So this is next experiment what you have to do in the laboratory in the antenna and microwave and antenna lab. That is a branch line coupler. So this branch line coupler is also called as quadrature hybrid coupler. Okay, so it is a four port network. Branch line coupler is a four port network. It is a lossless reciprocal four port network, and also it exhibits two planes of bilateral symmetry. See, the structure is shown in this figure. This is a branch line coupler. It is a four port network, like a port 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So this is as we studied in the S matrix, networks exhibits the properties. Those properties are matched, lossless, reciprocal, and symmetry properties. So here this network is a four port network, and it exhibits, it is a matched network, and it is a lossless, and also it is a reciprocal network. It consists of four ports. Okay. And these branch line couplers are built using transmission lines. This is actually this device, a 4 port device, branch line coupler, also called as a 3 dB power divider. This is also called as a 3 dB quadrature 3 dB power divider. Okay, so this device is used in many applications. So like it is used as circuit protectors. They can also be used in microwave phase shifters, power combiners, antenna feed systems, driver circuit protection, and in phase quadrature modulation and demodulation. So it find many applications in communication system. So this hybrid couplers built by using these lines coupler branch line couplers are built using transmission lines. As we studied in the previous two structures, they were like a resonator, line resonator and ring resonator. They were implemented using microstrip transmission line. Similarly, this device also, this is a power divider. Actually, this branch line coupler is a power divider. It is also constructed using a transmission line, microstrip transmission line, and also it can be built. This can also be designed using lumped elements. Can be used using lumped components also. But at high RF and microwave frequencies, so this device is implemented using microstrip transmission lines. Okay, so it finds many applications. Here this structure, actually this construction of this structure, this consists a combination of four transmission lines, and each transmission line, see like this, there are four transmission lines are 1, 2, 3, and 4, and each transmission line has a length is equal to lambda by 4. So this length of this transmission line is a length of lambda by 4. Similarly, this also lambda by 4. And but as we can see, two transmission lines, this one and this, they have a width W2, and this and this, these are the transmission line, the width is different, you see, and characteristic impedance is a Z0 here. This transmission line has a characteristic impedance is equal to Z0, but this transmission lines, this and this, they are identical, and their width is the same. Okay, these have a characteristic impedance is equal to Z0 by root 2, because width of the transmission line depends upon the characteristic impedance. So the characteristic impedance of this line and this line equal to Z0 by root 2, but the characteristic impedance of this and this is equal to Z0. These two are identical and these two are identical. So characteristic width of the line depends upon the characteristic impedance Z0. Okay, so this is a 50 ohm line. For example, this is 50 ohm line, and this line, transmission line length is a lambda by 4 only, lambda g by 4. Its characteristic impedance is Z0 by root 2. That is Z0 is 50 ohm, means this line has a characteristic impedance of 35.35 ohms. This one. So okay, so we have to design this transmission line length is equal to lambda g by 4, but characteristic impedance is 35.35. And but this and this we should design. Design means we have to find out the width of this and width of this. Let the width of this is equal to W1 and width of this is equal to W1. So we have to calculate the width of this one and the width of this transmission line using we have to calculate based on the characteristic impedance. Characteristic impedance 51 we have to use here, and 35.5 ohms for this line. Calculate the widths W2 and this is W1. Okay, so this is a four port network. It is used for mainly it is a power divider purpose. So now we will see what are the properties of this structure, properties of this device, 4-port network. See, this properties means usually the properties are described by using S matrix. So this is a 4-port network. 4-port network means it's a S matrix is this is a S matrix. 4-port network S matrix, S11, S12, S21. So this is S11, S12, S13, S33. So similarly S14 here, similarly S21, and this is a S matrix. S matrix of this 4-port network is given by this equation. Similarly this we can simplify that you can take here 1 by root 2 common, minus 1 by root 2 common, then this is a S matrix of this device. So it exhibits these properties. Means from looking at this S matrix, we can say what is the property of this network, what is the functioning of this 4-port network. As we studied in the S matrix applications, using S matrix you can come to know what is the power division, how much power is going in a particular port. All those things we can come to know from the S matrix. So here is a S matrix is given for this device. So this is as we can observe here, this S11 is equal to all these diagonal elements. As we can see, diagonal elements are zeros. So S11, S22, S33 are zeros. That means it is a matched network. As we studied in the S matrix topic. Diagram, there is no reflection. If you send a signal to the port 1, there is no reflection from the port 1. Similarly, if you send a signal at port 4, there is no reflection from this port. So that's why all the ports are matched ports. There is no reflection from each of the ports. That's why diagonal elements are zeros. So it is a matched network. Next, you can see here, here is a S41, S14, S32, S23, all are equal to 0. Okay, so that means here, as we can observe here, S41 means what here? This is a port 4, B4 divided by B1. If you send a signal at port 1, and if you measure the power at port 4, it is equal to 0. So that is the meaning here. S41 means sending port is 1 and receiving port is a 4. So as we can observe from this S matrix, S41 means this is a 1. S41 is this parameter. S14 is this. S14, that is also 0. Similarly, this S32 is 0. See this S32 is 0, S23 is also 0 here. So what we can, S23, this is also 0. So here, from here, if you send a signal at port 1, there is no power at port 4. That means send a signal at port 1, you will observe there is no signal received at a port 4. Similarly, if you send a signal at port 1, see this port 4, if you send a signal at port 4, no power received at a port 1. This is called as isolated port with respect to this port 1. Okay, with respect to port 1, this is isolated port. That means if you send a signal at port 1, no power is appearing at a port 4. Similarly, if you send a signal at port 4, no signal will be appearing from the port 1. Okay, so like that for 4 it is a isolated port, and similarly this is if you send a signal here, this is a isolated port, no power will be received at the port 4. See, like this is a structure, actually simulation model. If you send a signal here, no power will be coming at the port 4. Okay, similarly even if you send a signal here, no power will be coming out of this port. Similarly, we can see here also these two ports. If you send a signal at port 2, no power will be received at port 3. Similarly, if you send a power here, no signal will be received at the port 2. that is here S32 and S23 equal to 0. So like that, this device, in this device, if you send a signal here, no power will be received here. Okay, so that is a property here. This is called as isolation between the ports. So these two are isolated ports. Okay, no power will be received here if you send a power here. So that's why with respect to port 1, this is isolated port. Similarly here, this is called as isolated port. So these are called as isolated ports. Okay, with respect to this. Next, what we can observe here, S21. So here in S21 and S12, S21. See, this is a S21 and this is S12. Okay, and S1, S21. For example, this S21. S21 is equal to minus j by root 2, minus j by root 2. So the meaning means here S12 B2 divided by A1, B2 by S21 is B2 by A1, S21, this is the one, B2 by A1. And similarly S31 means S31, so this S31 is B3 by A1. So we can observe here, so from this S matrix we got this S21 is equal to minus j by root 2. That means what is this, B2 by A1? That means A1 is the incident port. We are sending a power here, and what we are doing, we are observing power at port 2. So from the S matrix, it is S21 is equal to minus j by root 2. So what we can observe from here, B2 is B2 output. We are sending a signal at port 1 and we are observing power at port 2. So, voltage we are observing, that voltage is 1 by root 2 times A1. So voltage is whatever the voltage coming out of this port is 1 by root 2 times this voltage A1. See here, magnitude, if you consider this is a complex number because it has a angle and magnitude. See, B2 has a particular magnitude and angle with respect to A1. We are sending, for example, A1 with a 0 phase shift, and but B2 has a phase shift of minus say 270 degree with respect to the A1, but its magnitude is equal to 1 by root 2. So amplitude of B2 is 1 by root 2 times A1. So that is coming here. Magnitude, voltage, if you consider a voltage ratio, this is a voltage ratio. So amplitude of the voltage is, see this at port 2. At port 2 we have like this signal. Its amplitude is equal to 1 by root 2 times whatever the signal we are sending here. Okay, so we are sending a signal here, we are observing power at this port 2, so that amplitude is 1 by root 2. Similarly, send a signal here and see the output here, that is S31, sending port is 1 and receiving port is a 3, B3 by A1. So sending port is, you are sending a port signal here and observing power voltage here. What we can see here, that is minus 1 by root 2. Okay, power coming out of, voltage coming out of this port is 1 by root 2 times A1. Okay, so here voltages are 1 by root 2 times A1. Similarly, this also 1 by root 2 times A1 here. Okay, so in terms of power, see here 1 by root S21 is 1 by minus j by root 2. Similarly, S31 is minus j by c. S21 is minus j by root 2. S31 is minus 1 by root 2. You can see here, voltage here is minus j by root 2. Voltage coming here is minus 1 by root 2. But j is not here in the port 3. We are say getting output here. Okay, voltage, output voltage, that is minus 1 by root 2. But voltage coming here is minus j by root 2. So you can see the difference here. Also signal coming, see like this signal coming here, also signal is coming, that is a signal here, but it has no j term. That means you can observe the signal coming here as a 90-degree phase shift with respect to the signal coming from this port. Okay, so if you observe here, voltage coming here and voltage coming here, both magnitude is the same. Magnitude of signal coming here, magnitude of the signal coming here, both is same. But the signal coming at port 3 has a 90-degree phase variation with respect to the port 1. So port 2. So port 2 signal has a 90-degree phase shift with respect to the port 3. So signal coming at port 2 has a 90-degree phase shift with respect to the port 1. Okay, so like this, you see here, signal coming at port 3 is like this is a signal from port 3, but port 2, whatever the signal coming here, that has a 90-degree phase shift. You see like this, 90-degree phase shift with respect to the port 3. Okay, that is a signal, but both have the same magnitude of this and magnitude of this is the same here. So but the signal coming at this port has a same magnitude as signal coming out of this port, but these two themselves has a 90-degree phase shift here. So some many applications, so we may need like this a signal, the one signal should have a 90-degree phase shift with respect to the signal coming here. So what we can see, equal voltages are coming, sending a signal here at the port 1, equal signals are coming from here and here. Okay, so that is equally divides, this signal equally divides between port 2 and 3, but with respect to these two signals themselves has a 90-degree phase shift. Okay, so like that, so that is the property of this device. But if you send a signal here, as I said here, from this property no signal is coming out of this port, that is a isolated port. Okay, so from the properties you can observe here. Okay, so this is with respect to voltage ratio, voltage here like this, and but this signal has a 90-degree phase shift like this with respect to this. Okay, so that is so here actually at RF and microwave frequencies we measure the power instead of voltage. So here S21 magnitude is 1 by root 2, voltage magnitude is 1 by root 2, this amplitude coming out of this port 0.707. But if you want to measure the power here, power means voltage square. See this power, this is a voltage magnitude, power is given by square of that, that is 1 by 2. So what is the coming power out of this port is zero point 0.5. So that is a 0 0.5 watts is coming here. For example, if you send a 1 watt power here, 1 watt power here, what is the power coming out of this? That is 0.5 watts. 0.5 watt means half of this value. So usually we measure power at RF and microwave. So this is a 0 0.5 watts is coming out of this port. Similarly, if you take S31, if you find a magnitude of this and the power of this is square of this, that is 1 by 2, again 0.5. So power coming here is a 0.5 watts, here also coming 0.5 watts. That means the power whatever you send here, 1 watt if you send here, 0.5 watt is coming from here, 0.5 watt is coming from here. That means the signal sending here divides equally between the two ports. That's why it is called as power divider. It divides the input power into two. Half the power coming out of this and half the power is coming out of this port. Equal power division will be there. But the power will be half, but there is a phase shift between the ports here. Signal coming out of this port has a 90-degree phase shift with respect to this port. Okay, that is another property of this. Power divides equally here, but there is a 90-degree phase shift between the signals coming out of this port and this port. Okay, that is the property here. So here the power equally divides, 0.5 watt is coming here, 0.5 watt. But if you convert that 0.5 into decibels, because while plotting we are plotting in terms of decibel, so that is equal to minus 3 dB. Okay, 1 watt we are sending, 1 watt means 0 dB. Say like this is a 0 dB, we are sending 0 dB, 1 watt means 0 dB, and 0.5 watt is coming, 0.5 watt coming means 0.5 watt is equal to minus 3 dB. So at the designed frequency or target frequency, we will be getting 0.5 watts, 0.5 watts minus 3 dB, because we are plotting in decibels. It is minus 3 dB here. You see point, this point, the structure is designed for 1 gigahertz. This structure is designed for 1 gigahertz. 1 gigahertz means at 1 gigahertz power coming out of this port 2 must be equal to minus 3 dB, minus 3 dB. So as we observe from here, at 1 gigahertz, S21 is the flat, S21 in dB. See this pink color, pink color dots are there. This dot are there, pink color dot. This is a flat. At resonant frequency, our designed frequency 1 gigahertz. What we can observe, it is minus 3 dB. S21 S21 is equal to minus 3 dB. Minus 3 dB means here the power is half of the input power. In voltage, in power, it is 0.5 watts, but in decibels it is minus 3 dB. That's why at resonant frequency we are getting it is equal to minus 3 dB. Okay, and below and above that 1 gigahertz it may be decreasing like this. You see here, it decreases here. Okay, above and below the power is decreasing, but at resonant frequency it is minus 3 dB, that means 0.5 watts. So at because we are looking a power at 1 gigahertz, we should plot from a lower frequency, say like 0 to 2 gigahertz we have plotted. Okay, so either side it will reduce, but at resonant frequency it is minus 3 dB. Similarly, coming here also 0.5 dB. So if you plot a one like S31, see here is S31, this color, this is the one. So here this plot also you can see here, this is the one. It is also minus 3 dB. See, minus 3 dB will be getting, because the power division is equal. Minus 3 dB is coming here, minus 3 dB, or it is 0.5 watts, 0.5 watts. In terms of decibel, minus 3 dB, minus 3 dB. So that is coming here at a resonant frequency. Okay, that you should observe, and after that it may be power is decreasing here, like this decreases here. But at resonant frequency, wherever you designed, for what frequency you designed, it must give a 3 dB power division. So that is the property of this structure, equally divides the power at the output. It is find many applications in communication system. And also phase shift is 90 degree between these two ports. Okay, so these two plots we have to plot, S21 and S31, these two plots. And as I said earlier, this, if you send a signal here, no power is coming at port 4. Okay, so no power is means, see this S41, if you plot S41, this is a S41 red color one, this red color. So you will be observing it is a minus 50 dB, that means almost zero power. So zero power goes to port 4, no power at all. To the minus 50 dB means almost zero. Zero power is coming out of this port. No power is delivered to this. If you send a signal here, no power is coming out of this port. That is represented by this red line here. That is a S41. So this flat we had. At resonant frequency it should be 0 dB. See, after that it may increase, say like this. It is power is increasing. Power may come through this port. But at resonant frequency, wherever, whatever the frequency we designed this circuit, this device, at that frequency it should be 0 dB. So we designed it for 1 gigahertz. At 1 gigahertz it is very low. See, like very low. Low means it is a 0 dB approximately. But as the frequency deviates from 1 gigahertz, if you go below and above, see, small power tries to start coming out of this port. Okay, that shows it is not our designed frequency. But at a design frequency, wherever we are designed, it must be equal to 0 dB like this. Okay, so this also we should observe. S41, 0 dB, 0 signal come must through this at a desired frequency. Afterwards there may be a power coming, like it increases, power increases like this. But at resonant frequency it should be equal to 0. But power here and here must be equal to 3 dB. And one more what you have to observe, it is S11, reflection from this port. Reflection from the port is, see here, S11 I have drawn here, S11 blue color one. Reflection should be 0 at resonant frequency. You see here, there is no reflection from here at the desired frequency or target frequency. No power will be reflected back. Entire power is given to this. Entire power is given, no reflection means it is a very low value of signal is coming, 0, approximately 0 dB. So S11 and S41 are approximately 0 at the desired frequency. But here and here power division is equal, like a minus 3 dB, minus 3 dB we are getting. So like all the 4 plots you should plot in the simulation. Okay, you should observe this graph. Wherever desired frequency, there you should get a minus 3 dB for these two ports, but 0 dB for this and 0 dB for this. See, like this graph you should observe. Okay, so that is about this magnitude of the power but as I discussed here, the signal coming out of this port has a 90-degree phase shift with respect to this port. Okay, see like this, the signal is sinusoidal is coming here also, but in the simulation tool we cannot see like the sinusoidal signal, we cannot see like the sinusoidal to observe the difference. See, what is I said here, S21 has a phase shift of 90 degree. See, 90, it started at a peak, it started at a 0. That is a 90-degree phase shift between the port 2 and 3. But in the simulation tool, we cannot observe like sinusoidal signal using the edge port. See, we are using edge port in the one. Okay, that's using those ports we cannot get a signal sinusoidal view like this, we cannot observe a sinusoidal, we cannot compare the waves by taking like this. Okay, what we have to do is we have to extract the phase of this signal and magnitude we are plotting. See, this is a magnitude plot, magnitude of the signal is minus 3 dB minus 3 dB like this, flatted signal coming out of this as a magnitude of like this. Okay, but the phase of this phase of the signal coming out of this port also we can extract, phase of the signal coming out of this port, phase of the signal coming out of this port can also be extracted in the simulation tool. Okay, you can take a signal, phase of this signal and phase of signal, and we can plot the difference of these two. Okay, that difference of those two must have a like this plot we should get. See like this is a phase plot, this is called as phase plot. Okay, see, here is a frequency in gigahertz, this is a phase S21 minus S31, S21 minus S31 in degrees. Okay, take a phase of S21, take a phase of S31 minus the 2 and plot it, we will be getting like this. Okay, and so this is magnitude plot, this is a magnitude plot here. You should plot this also, this is called as a phase plot, this is the phase difference of signal coming at the port 2 and 3. You take a signal phase here, signal phase here. Okay, minus the 2, the difference must be equal to 90 degree, so that is plotted here. Phase of S21 you take, phase of S31 you take, that is the signal S21, we are extracting the phase that we can do in the simulation tool. Similarly, take a S31, take a phase of that difference you take, so the difference plot is plotted like this with respect to frequency. See, this axis is the same. Okay, but this is a difference of a phase. What we can observe from here, see, at 1 gigahertz the two must be have a 90-degree phase shift. From here the difference in from here to here 90-degree phase shift, so that is observed here. See, 90 degree, see here 100 here, it is somewhere here, this is a 90 degree, 100 below is a 90 degree, it is going at 1 gigahertz, it is 90 degree. That means the phase difference between S21 and S31 must be equal to 90 degree, so that is observed here from this plot. So this is a phase difference plot. Okay, so that difference plot shows a 90-degree phase variation is there between the S21 and S31. Okay, at resonant frequency, see like this. So this plot also we have to plot, we do not get a signal like this. See, in the simulation tool we not get a high frequency using edge port. That's why what we have to do, we have to extract the phase of this, extract the phase of this, take a difference and plot it. Okay, this plot we have to draw, we will see how to draw this plot. Okay, so these two plots we should draw for the this experiment. Okay, this plot we have to draw, and this one magnitude plot is this, and this is a phase plot we have to draw. This we can easily draw in the simulation tool. You can take a S11, S21, S31 and S41 in the measurement setting, we can take these magnitudes and easily we can get this, all the four we can plot in the same graph. But to draw this one we should extract the phase from the simulation tool. I will tell you how to do that in the simulation tool. So this is a branch line coupler which I have done in the simulation tool. See, this is the one which I have implemented in the one. So this is a structure here. This is a structure. This is a structure. This structure I have drawn. How to draw this structure I have given here in the PPT to draw the structure. See, this structure we can draw. See, like this using this coordinate, because there are four rectangles are there. You know how to draw the rectangles in the simulation tool. So I have given all the rectangle coordinates. So you have to draw the structure using this procedure. Similarly, feed lines we should attach. See, like this is a feed line. This is a feed line. So feed line we have to draw here. To draw the feed line, I have given coordinates. See here, coordinates I have given. Corner I have given. Once we fix the corner, we can give a dx and delta x and delta y. It will be formed. So I have given a procedure here how to draw the structure. So using this procedure, we can draw the structure like this. So this is a structure which I have drawn here. So here this graph one, this is a S4 one. See, this is the one what I have simulated. So you can observe for this structure, one I am plotting only S21 and S31 and S41. So you can observe this is one at 1 gigahertz. Okay, it is minus 3 dB. What are minus 1 dB? This is blue color. Blue color one means here is S31. So equal power division is there. Similarly, this pink color is S21. So power coming out of this port 2 and port 3, they are minus 3 dBs. Okay, at 1 gigahertz resonant frequency. So now what we have to do, we have to draw the phase plot also. To draw the phase plot, you should go to odd measurements here, odd measurements, and s parameters only. But here what we have to do, s21 we needed, s21 phase. So as I said here, from here you should take a s21 phase. See, this is a s21 phase of s21. So phase of s21 here from the simulation, this is have structure is branch line coupler, phase of s21. Instead of magnitude here angle is there. You should choose angle. Here is angle, should not be dB. Okay, it should add here. This is a add. Okay, the phase added there. And next I want angle of s31 also, you add here. Okay, so that also comes. Next close here. So what we got here in the graph, angle of this and this, we will separate this. Okay, this I have added in the same graph, so we will remove this. We will take a separate graph and add, delete angle graph. I am deleting because I added in the magnitude graph. So we will create a new graph here. This is a new graph, create. Okay, so here we should add measurements there, s21. Okay, angle, you should take a angle, it should not be anyone, angle should not be magnitude, add. Next s31, this is the add, angle of that will be added, close. Okay, so now we will simulate here. Okay, we will be getting like this flat. Okay, this is the flat what from the choosing the angle, but from this we cannot get this flat. See, actually we are expecting this. Okay, but we cannot observe from here. Okay, it is looking like something we cannot predict. It is a 90-degree here actually. Okay, it is difficult to do that. So what we have to do here, we should flat like this. To get like this, what we have to do, you should take a data here. See this, there is a data is generating. You see here, export option is there, file. Here is a import and import and export options are there. Here is export to trace data, export to trace data. Okay, export to trace data, you have to click here. Okay, so then what happens, so like this will be coming. There is actually file generated, data file will be there. You can put it in a some folder. Okay, I am putting it in a desktop, I am putting on desktop. Okay, I am giving this S21, S31 or phase simply. Okay, this is a data what I am storing it on the desktop. So you can observe here, if you go to desktop, there is a phase data. See, like this phase data will be there. This is the file. See, like this it is generated. File is generated like this, but it is a text file. This is a text file. So what we have to do, you convert this into Excel file. Text instead of text, you should convert into text file. Columns, there are three columns are there, 1 2 3. See, 1 2 3. Actually this column, first one is the frequency, because we are plotting here frequency. This is the frequency. Okay, so that frequency is here in this first column, and a second column, this is the angle of S21. So this is what is the phase at every frequency, what is the phase is there. Similarly S31, see here S31, this is a phase of S31, S21 phase and S31 phase. And this is a frequency is common for both S21 and S31. So this is the angle of S21, this is the angle of S31, and this is the frequency. So if you take a difference at 1 gigahertz, for example, at what we are doing, we are what 1 gigahertz actually frequency, the phase difference is 90 degree. Okay, so we will plot it. Okay, we will plot this at a frequency. To do that, what we have to do, extract this to the Excel file. How to do that is, you open an Excel file. See here. Okay, so here this open this, open Excel file. So here what we have to do, go to file, open. New. Computer. So on the desktop here, there is a all files. You take all files, that is the Excel file, this is a face. Okay, so it is open here. Okay, it will come like this. If you do that, it will come. See, in the first row there is no data, it is a um, comment is there, frequency and branch line. So what we have to do, you should extract the data from the row 2. So you should here start import at row 2. You should do it, import at 2. Next. Okay, here we should take here a space must be there. Okay, next, finish. So this data will come here. Now this is a convert extra, the text is converted like this. So this is the first is a frequency, this is S21 phase, and this is a S31 phase. Okay, so now you can copy this and paste it to the MATLAB code. You can copy this and paste it. So you copy this entire column and paste it to the MATLAB code. Similarly, you can copy this and paste to the MATLAB. Similarly, here also you can do. Afterwards, taking this, you can use this code. This is the code. This is the code. So a here, a means it is a frequency, you copy from there and paste it here. Similarly, copy second column, that is S21 angle, paste here. S31 angle, you paste here. So then you plot it, you will be getting the plot like this plot you will be getting in the MATLAB. So you should write this code in the MATLAB and take a data from the Excel file and put it to here and run the MATLAB code. You will be getting the plot like this. So that is the phase difference between the port 2 and 3. So at resonant frequency there is a phase difference of 90 degree. To observe that whether the 90-degree phase is there or not, we should do all these things. Okay, so what we have to do, you should go to the simulation tool like this. You should plot angle plot, as I said here in the hard measurements we added phase of this by choosing angle you have to choose and add the S31 phase and S21 phase. Okay, so afterwards what we have to do, you should go to here graph, export trace data, export to trace data. See, like this you should go here. Simply you give some name, give a name whatever the want. Next, save. Okay, that will be saved in your particular folder wherever you want, on the desktop or wherever that file will be saved. Actually that file is in this form. This is a text file. Say like this text file is there. Select text file is there, but you should convert that into Excel file. So what we have to do, open Xfile, then you go open, that file will be open means wherever it is, it may be in your anyone on the computer. I have saved in the desktop, so I have taken it from the desktop. You open, then you choose it, automatically it will open there. Okay, so like that you can do the phase plot. So you have to take a text file, you have to take a data from the text file and convert that into Excel. Next, from the Excel you take a data and copy to the MATLAB code and run the MATLAB code. You will be getting the plot like this. So this is the magnitude plot and this is a phase plot. So you can observe that phase difference between the S21 and S31 as shown in this figure. So in the simulation you should do this. In the simulation you should draw this graph and this graph, and what we have to observe, you should observe whether -3 dB is there or not for the 2 and 3, for the port 2 and 3, and 0 should be there in the 4th port. That you should observe here from the plot. Other frequencies it may vary like this, but at the resonant frequency it should be like this, and the phase must be 90 degree difference must be equal to 90. Phase difference of S21 and S32 should be 90 degree at the resonant frequency, that you should observe. Okay, so this is about this one. But structural design, as I said, see this structure we should get a value of see here W2 and W1. Width of this line is W1, it has a characteristic impedance of Z0. Similarly, width of this line is W2, its characteristic impedance is Z0 by root 2, that is 35.35 ohms. So how to get W2 and W1? See, W2 and W1 you have to get, and the length also, this length is equal to lambda g by 4. So from here length is equal to lambda g by 4. This length, see, this length must be equal to lambda g by 4. W2 and W1 we want. LF you want, LF means L by 10. L by 10, whatever L we will be getting, divide that by 10, we will be getting length of this feed line, and width of the feed line is same as this W1. Take this width as same as W1, but length is equal to L by 10. Okay, so L is equal to what? Lambda g by 4. How to get this? This is using this equation. See, lambda g you should calculate using this equation. Then you should substitute that in this equation. Actually lambda g, lambda naught by, this is effective permittivity, sorry, it is not epsilon r, it is epsilon effective permittivity we should use here, EFF here. Okay, so if you do that we will be getting this lambda g by this equation. You have to see, otherwise, and width is W, Okay, it's Z0, based on the Z0 W will be there. Okay, this is smaller width and this is a larger width, but you have to use this equation, actually design equation, but it is difficult to do now presently, the calculation for this W1 and W2. So what we can do is we can use a calculator, that is calculator is available online. Using that calculator we can get a width of this and a width of this, and also we can get from the calculator this length also. Okay, so that we will see now how to get. See here, go to Google, new window. So here in the search, you can give Google search microstrip line calculator. Okay, so there are many will appear, but you should take a first one, EM Talk. See, here is a calculator, microstrip line calculator, EM Talk. Click over that. So this calculator will appear here. See, to this calculator you should pass a dielectric constant, whatever the given in the specification. Dielectric height we have to mention, frequency we have to give. Another is a Z0 characteristic impedance, and electrical length means whatever the length we want. 90 degree. See, lambda means what? To 360 degrees. Total 360 degrees equal to 1 lambda. Okay, 180 degrees means half the lambda. Lambda by 2 means 180 degree. Lambda g by 4 means 90 degree. Okay, so electrical lambda g by 4 we want, that means 90 degree, because 360 degree equal to lambda, 180 equal to lambda by 2. Lambda by 4 means it is 90 degree, so electrical length is 90 degree. Okay, we can choose, and from this circuit what we want, W1 we want. For that line we want as Z0 is equal to 50 ohm. So that we have to put here in the calculator. So here it is Z0 is 50 ohm, we have to put here. Okay, and we have to pass this epsilon r and h and frequency. So we are interesting to design at 1 giga. See, this is a specification I have given in the problem. You should design this. You see here, design frequency is 1 gigahertz, epsilon r is 3.12, h is zero point 0.8, delta is 0.001, z0 is 50 ohm. This is the problem given here. 1 gigahertz, epsilon r is 3.12, 0.8, 1 and 50. For these parameters we have to design. So frequency 1 gigahertz. So in the calculator you should put here 3.12 epsilon r, and height is 0.8 mm. It is given in the problem, and frequency it is a 1 gigahertz. This is gigahertz. So now here synthesize here. Okay, after passing electrical length you have to pass, it is lambda by 4. Lambda by 4 means 90 degree. 50 ohm line we want, these are the given one, so you just synthesize here. Okay, you will be getting the values here. See, this calculator will pass the values. Width W is equal to 1.59, 1.95. So here in the one, what is the value you got here? Okay, so this W1 W1 is equal to 1.95. So whatever the value you get from here, that 1.95 I have taken, and similarly 47.46. L is equal to length, lambda by 4, 47.46. So this it is in mm. Okay, similarly L we got it is 47.46, the value of L for this particular problem. This L is equal to 47.46, 7.469. Okay, we have to take here. And similarly what we wanted w1 and those two wanted w1 we needed, and length we needed, that we got. Actually that length remains the same for all. See this L is equal to 47.49, 47.469 mm, that remains the same for all the lines. So here uh, we are using four lines are this and this. All these we set a same value of length, that is 47.46. Okay, but the width of this is width of this should be w1, that is okay. Similarly w2, you do the w2. How to get a w2 here? W2 is instead of 50 ohm, w2 this line is 35.35. So z0 by root 2 for this line 35.35. So here this is 35.35. Okay, and rest remains the same, it is 90 degree. This is 3.128 1 gigahertz we needed. Everything remains the same except this value. So you synthesize here again. So we will be getting now, see width changed here, but this almost remains same. You don't change this, you take it as a 47 only. So only you change this 3.25. So width w2 is now 3.25. So in the while drawing, what you have to do here, you should take w2, that is equal to 3.25. Okay, so like this. So this is the design actually. So design means here is the three parameter is supposed to calculate. So that is what are the three parameters: w1, w2, and length. Length remains the same for all the one. Okay, this length LF you can get, that is which is 47.46. Total length is 47.46. Divide that by 10. That is a 4.7 for this length. Okay, so like that we got all the dimensions here. Using those dimensions, see here w1 we got, w2 we got, and L is there. You can easily draw this because this is a rectangles. Just there are 8 rectangles are there here, 4 rectangles to form this structure. Feed lines, 4 feed lines are there, and I have given coordinates for all the 4. You put these values and get the coordinates. Okay, so like that we can plot the one. We can use a EM calculator like this to get the values. Okay, so this is about branch line coupler in the laboratory. All of you must do. So here it is designed for 1 gigahertz. You can do for other frequency also, other specifications. So what and all we have to observe here, you should plot the magnitude plot and this plot, and you should observe whether all the properties are satisfying or not. Properties means as we said, if you send a signal here, equally it should divide here and no power coming out of this. Another property is the phase difference between these two should be equal to 90 degree. So that you should observe in the simulation. ತರ್ತೀನಿ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ.